Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, we're going to be talking about some kind of crazy little PvP leaks that we have gotten for Loomian Legacy. It's not exactly big, but it is something that can warrant some talking, because it's actually for a specific evolutionary line of multiple variations. It's actually going to be the Vari evolutions are all going to be getting some interesting buffs, nerfs, and some changes. And honestly, looking at all of it, I'm pretty excited to see how it's going to turn out. And a lot of things that have been needing to happen to Varis are finally going to be happening. So honestly, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, hopping straight into it, Jamie yesterday on Twitter announced or revealed some information about the Varis, and there are some new moves, some buffs and stat nerfs, and here we go. So we have Cervolen. Cervolen is gaining Raging Tackle and Stampede, which Raging Tackle is going to be very, very good for it, making it a more effective wall breaker, even though it's Cervolen, so it probably won't do that much anyway. Just leave it in the box. And then Stampede is an interesting one. It's a pretty bad move because it takes the average of all of your Loomian's attack stats, and that's the base power of the move. I think that's how it works anyway. Pretty bad move overall, but hey, could have a niche with Cervolen with it getting up. You could get it to a very, very high base power, but you'd only have things that hit on the melee side, so it would be a little hard to break through physical walls. But yeah, that's everything Cervolen is getting. And then we're talking about PYROLEN, which, oh man, here we go. PYROLEN getting Outburst, so hasty outbursts are real. Draco Beam, and no, that doesn't work with hasty. It's just your physical moves, so you can't get your Draco Beam accuracy any lower than it already is. And then PYROLEN Sharpen. Oh my goodness. PYROLEN has gained Sharpened, which, if you don't know, is absolutely insane. It's kind of like when Setamars, think of like Setamars. That thing has Hasty and it has Sharpen. One Sharpen with a Setamars basically means it is at +2 melee attack, because Hasty gives you +1 already. And now you can't miss your moves, and PYROLEN has a ridiculously high attack stat. Plus, it's going to have the option of Outburst now. It's going to be really strong. Only issue is that it struggles with Bolt and doesn't have a very good speed tier. So it ends up being a little bit lackluster, but I guess we'll see how that's going to end up working out. And yeah, that's everything with PYROLEN. And then we have Zephylen, which Zephylen's only getting one move, because Zephylen actually is a really good Loomian. It is getting Perch, which, now that Zephylen has options of healing, you could run a complete Stall Breaker set. Right, you could go Peace of Mind, Provoke, Perch, Resonate, you know? You have all those options. You could go Peace of Mind, Perch, Mudslide, Resonate, you know? Perch, Provoke, Resonate, Mudslide. There's a lot of things that you can do now that Zephylen has Perch and being able to heal. And you might be wondering, wait, it's a normal air type. What happens whenever it lands? Well, essentially, what Perch does is it takes your air typing away after you use it. So, you might be thinking, wait, doesn't that make it so it is basically a typeless type? No, what it does is it gives it no type. I know it sounds like typeless, but it just gives it no type, which means it's not weak to anything, it is not resistant to anything, everything would hit it neutrally. I think that's how that works, but correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, that's everything that Zephylen got. Not a whole lot. And then we have Venolin, which, man, I get afraid when I see Venolin buffs, but luckily these aren't too bad. We have Mudslide Venolin and Muck Blast Venolin. Huh. That is interesting, because now that Venolin is able to get rid of traps, it can switch it on poison barbs and now just get rid of traps while also throwing out poisons that you can barely switch into. And now it can hit other poison types harder rather than just Mud Spatter. A very, very nice buff for Venolin. Also getting Muck Blast is actually able to put more of an offensive pressure. And yeah, overall I'd say pretty good. Now we have Wrestling. Oh my god. Wrestling. Frost Punch, Electro Punch, and Rogue Assault. Wrestling is getting Rogue Assault. Which, after stab, is calculated up to 240 base power, because it's 100% stronger. Oh my god. Honestly? Huh. And then on top of that, you can just run Rogue Assault, Frost Punch. You know, you have Elemental Punches now, so really good for it as well. Though it still can struggle against stuff like Spirit types, you know. But now it's actually able to effectively hit freaking Harvesect, which is one of its better walls. So that is a big plus side for Wrestling. Very nice buff. And it's also able to it's gonna be able to break through stuff a lot easier now that it has Rogue Assault. Being able to throw out adaptability boosted close combats is just sheesh. That's gonna do damage. And then for the last one, for move buffs, we have other things we can talk about. We're gonna have Buzzlin gaining Parasitize, Venom Slash, Poison Barbs, and Gust. Now, Buzzlin can remove traps, boost its speed, set up its own traps, has a toxic type critting move, and now it can heal with Parasitize. Honestly, doesn't seem that bad at all. When I did my Buzzlin showcase, I was like, you know what? If it got Parasitize, I feel like it would be a lot better. And then it got Parasitized 2 days later. Huh. That is, that's crazy. And then it's also able to act as a lead with Poison Barbs. So it has that going for it as well. And then it can also remove traps with Gust. Now all it's missing is U-turn, and then, hey, a GG. Buzzlin's an Uber, because if you don't know, it's secret ability, contact moves trap you, you know? But I don't think it works the way you think it does, where you have to, I imagine that with Perish Song, though. You go Conclusion, switch Buzzlin in, you click U-turn, you're forcing them to switch or to lose their Mon. And now that is true comedy, right? That's the real funny thing. But yeah, that is pretty much everything. I'll go ahead and put the image up on screen now that shows everything I was just talking about. And yeah, overall seems great. I feel like Wrestling is the winner of this, though. Gaining a 120 base power stab with Ace is crazy. Plus, I enjoy using Wrestling. So it'd be very, very nice to see. And now, I did say that that's it for the moves. We have been there is some other things. Tundrolin. Oh my god. Every time I do these videos, I start yawning. And it's not that I'm tired. I don't get why I'm yawning. But Tundrolin is in a great spot, so it won't be getting anything. Like, Tundrolin is getting absolutely nothing to help it because it's already in a fine spot. Same thing with Wendelin, and it didn't get anything because it's just completely fine. And then we got Hydrolin, which is in the most need of a buff, but that's going to come later when it gets its critting thing. You know, it gets Luck of the Sea made into Marksman. And, what's the other one that boosts your crit odds? I'm not really sure. Razor Sharp. And then we have PYROLEN. 0-7 to PYROLEN. PYROLEN is losing 20 base health. It is going from 119 to 99 health, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but oh no. If he puts that into melee attack, PYROLEN's gonna lose so much bulk, and I'll be so happy because I hate PYROLEN. PYROLEN is one of the most boring Vari Evos in my opinion. Way too high of health, I don't like that something with 63 or 79 range defense can act as a ranged wall because it has high health, and stab in this game sucks. You know, it's kind of dumb. But honestly, W nerf, it deserves it. PYROLEN deserves to burn. And that is pretty much everything. So to sum it all up, Cervalin, Kirillin, Zeppelin, Venilin, Wrestlin, Buzzlin all got pretty nice buffs. Tundrelin, Wendelin have not been touched at all because they're already in a good spot. PYROLEN is goodbye, lost 20 of its health. Hydrolin is not getting any buffs right now. Later, it's definitely going to be getting some, though. But, yeah, that is pretty much everything that we got with the moves, and hopefully you all enjoyed. And I will see everyone in the next one. Bye-bye.